Benefits of depression. Yes, you heard it right. Are there any benefits to being depressed? When you think of being depressed, probably the last thing that comes to mind is that it might have some benefits because it just doesn't feel good. It's heavy. It's something that, we want to get out of usually. I think as a collective, we see depression as a mental illness. And I agree, when it's prolonged a long time, it might cause some dysfunction on the depressed person's life. So most of the time we see it as something that we need to recover from through, self-help books, therapy, and even antidepressants. And I agree, it does have some negative effects on the person. When it's lasts over 6 months, it causes some dysfunction within the person's life. Overall, it just, as a person that has been through depression many times, I can say it's just an unpleasant state to be depressed. You just don't feel like yourself, and you don't feel like doing anything, and it's dark, and it might get heavy. It just feels like a dark cloud that follows you everywhere. But this is not about how you treat depression and what you can do to get out of depression. What I'm talking about is looking at depression from a different perspective. Are there any benefits to being depressed? Have you ever thought of that? Does it have a function? And according to scientific research, it does. Depression has a function, and depression is an evolved adaptation to solving complex problems for humans. So how does depression help you solve problems? So when you're depressed, you have increased mental activity, and you are more observant of your thoughts and emotions. So depression helps you focus on your thoughts and emotions more intently, and with more intensity, I say. Depression nudges you to look deeper within, without the distractions of the outside world. So what happens when you're depressed? You don't feel like going out. You feel like being at home, being in your room. You don't want to socialize. You don't want to go outside. You don't even want to go to work. And, you want to shut the door and stay within. So I know